'Twas the night fore pirate day, when all through the ship not a bilge-rat was stirring, despite the tide rip. The topsails were hung by the mainmast with care, in hopes that old Davy Jones soon would be there. The corsairs were nestled all snug below deck, while gallons of bay rum sloshed down their necks. With the coxswain on poop deck and I with my hook, we just set a course for our boat full of crooks. When out on the sea there arose such a splash, I sprang to my cabin to check up on our cash. Then out across the deck I opened the hatch, rolled out the cannons and struck up a match. The moon on the waves of the ill-turning drink gave the lustre of midday to the shuddering ink, when what to my one good eye should appear but an unholy galley and 8 armed fears. With a little old captain so sure on the foam, I knew in a moment it was old Davy Jones. More dreadful than demons his octopi writhed, and he whistled and shouted, and their names he did cry. Now Abhoth, now Olkoth, now Tulcha and Lakuthu, on of Hash, on Yidra, on Shiaxacluth. To the side of the boat, to the top of the railing, now swim away, jet away, to those lads what be sailing. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the hull the slapping of each rapacious tentacle. I withdrew from the side and was backing away, when they joined us on deck like a godless soiree. He was dressed all in rags, from his head to his peg, and his clothes were all sodden with seaweed and dregs. The plunder of loot he appeared to have brought, and he looked like he'd gotten it in ways he ought not. His eyes, how they burned, his cheeks were so sunken, we all knew real fear despite all that we'd drunken. His rotten yellow mouth was drawn down in a sneer, and the beard of his chin was soaked with old beer. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and a rusty old blade he kept tucked in his sheath. He had a cruel face and a distended belly, that heaved when he scowled, a look he always had ready. He was sallow and grizzled from a deep ocean shelf. I peed when I saw him in spite of myself. A glare of his eye and a nod of his head told all there shenanigans soon would be spread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his toils. He filled all the tankards and left us his spoils. And wiping his fingers against my good coat, he climbed into his rig and slid off of the boat. Gripping his reins, he cried out to his mollusks, and away they all inked like Tim Burton's bollocks. But I heard him exclaim, ere he dove through the fogs, "Talk like a pirate!